our last video, we looked at the 25 cheapest places to live in the United States. This video is the exact opposite. These are the 25 most expensive cities to live in America. Now, as is true with any list of this nature, the way that we're defining the most expensive cities can vary. For this particular list, it's a combination of many different factors all brought together to bring you the 25 most expensive places to live in the US. Now, I'm hoping that the only reason you're listening to this list is because entertainment value, because honestly, I would rather live in any of those 25 cheapest places in the US than any of these 25 most expensive, but to each his own. Number 25, Yarrow Point, Washington. This town, not too far from Seattle, has an average home value in January 2021 as $3.2 million. So in order to have a 20% down payment on a house, you're gonna need about $640,000 here. Number 24, not too far away, is Medina, Washington. Here, you'll need about $3.2 million to buy a house. An average house here, the down payment will cost you about $650,000. Number 23, Belair Shores, Florida. Here, the average home value in January 2021 was $4.3 million, meaning you'll need about $875,000 to put down a 20% down payment. Number 22, Stanford, California, of Stanford University fame. The average home value here is $3.5 million, meaning you'll need about $707,000 to put down a 20% down payment. Number 21 is Fisher Island, Florida, which certainly looks beautiful, which is probably why only the richest of the rich are living here. The home value here in January was $3.2 million, so the average for a 20% down payment on a house, you're gonna have to have $346,000. People spend almost $6,000 a year on groceries here, as well as almost $300,000 in other various expenses, probably a lot of luxury. Number 20, Palo Alto, California. The average family spends about $24,000 a month on various costs, including groceries and healthcare and other things. And the average home here is about $3.3 million, so you'll need about $650,000 for a 20% down payment. Number 19, Woodside, California. People here spend more than $300,000 a year on just regular expenditures, including about $8,000 a year on transportation expenditures. The homes cost an average of $3.6 million, meaning you'll need about $725,000 to put down a 20% down payment. Number 18, Malibu, California, which I'm sure everybody has heard of. The January home value here on average was about $3.8 million, so you'll need about $770,000 for a 20% down payment. Number 17 here is Montecino, California, where the average home value is about $3.8 million. So again, you'll need about $750,000 to get a 20% down payment. Families spend $25,500 a month on various expenditures. Number 16, Monte, Cerino, California. The home values here are about $3.4 million, so you'll need about $675,000 to have a 20% down payment. The average family spends about $316,000 on various annual expenditures. Number 14, Los Altos, California. The average home here costs just under $3.5 million, so you'll need just under $700,000 in order to have a 20% down payment. Number 14, Hunts Point, Washington. The average home here is just a measly $6.2 million, so you'll need just over $1.2 million in order to have a 20% down payment, so this should be cheap for you. Number 13, Hidden Hills, California. It may be Hidden Hills, but they're certainly not hiding their money here. $3.8 million. The average home value, you'll need $765,000 in order to have a 20% down payment. The annual expenditure per household is about $323,000, about $9,000 of which is from transportation expenditures. Must have some expensive cars there. Number 12, Amagansett, New York. The annual expenditure of a family here is about $325,000 on various things, which makes it $27,000 per month. The average home here is just over $3 million, so you'll need about $620,000 for a 20% down payment. Number 11, Rolling Hills, California. The average home here is about $3.4 million, so you'll need $680,000 for a 20% down payment. And the annual expenditure for a family, for a household, is about $330,000, about $10,000 of which is from transportation costs. Number 10, Watermill, New York. The average annual expenditure of a household here is about $333,000, and the average home value is about $3.3 million, so you'll need about $660,000 for a 20% down payment. Number 9, Beverly Hills, California. I'm assuming the zip code is 90210. The annual expenditure here per household is about $344,000, which makes it almost $29,000 per month, just basic cost of living in this kind of luxury. The average home value is $5.3 million, so you'll need more than $1 million just for a 20% 20% down payment on the house. Number 8, Belvedere, California. The average home here is about $4.3 million, so now you'll need about $850,000 for 20% down payment. Number 7, Stinson Beach, California. The annual expenditure per family here, per household, is about $356,000, meaning almost $30,000 per month in various expenses. The average homes are just under $4 million, so you'll need a $785,000 paycheck to get that 20% down payment. Number 6, Wainscott, New York. The average household spends about $385,000 per year on various costs. The average house value is about $2.5 million, which is actually quite a bit less than the other places on this list, though well above anything I'm ever going to pay, meaning you'll need 20% down payment of $515,000. I guess those annual expenditures here aren't just on houses compared to some of the others on this list. They're spending it on a lot of other things, spending a bit more on healthcare, groceries, utilities. Number 5, Portola Valley, California. The annual expenditure for a household here is up to about $395,000. The home value in January is just over $4 million on average, meaning you'll need about $820,000 for a 20% down payment. Number 4, Hillsboro, California. The annual expenditure per household here is over $410,000, which is just over $34,000 per month. The average house value is about $4.6 million, so you'll need about $920,000 for a 20% down payment. Number 3 has a similar name to a different city. This one's called Los Altos Hills, California. Each household has an expenditure on average of $420,000 per year for various costs, and the average home value is about $4.7 million, meaning you'll need about $930,000 for 20% down payment on a house. Number 2, Jupiter Island, Florida. The average household spends about $478,000 per year on various things, which is almost $40,000 per month. Insane. The average home value is about $5.2 million, so you'll need more than $1 million for a 20% down payment on a house here. And number 1, most expensive city in the United States, Atherton, California. The average household spends about $575,000 per year on various expenditures, which brings it just under $50,000 per month. A large portion of that is going to be for the housing, since the average home value in January 2021 was over $6.5 million on average. That means just for an average home here, you're going to need about $1.3 million for a 20% down payment. You'll notice there's only 4 states represented in this list. Every single city on this list was either from California, New York, Florida, or Washington. Wish you luck if you ever choose to live in one of these places. I couldn't think of a worse hell myself, but good on you if this is where you want to be. Please subscribe to the channel and come back for lots of interesting information about different cities around the world in the US.